Hello YouTube, welcome to a brand new video. Now you've asked for this one a lot, and it's finally here. This is the official Cheese Mario 64 stage tier list. Now I've played these stages thousands of times. I've bonked in every level, I've missed every cycle, I've been betrayed by every camera angle possible. So believe me when I say that this list comes from deep experience and maybe even some pain. Now we're ranking all 24 stages. That includes the main levels, the Bowser stages, cap stages, and even the secret stages. The ranking is based on flow, consistency, and how satisfying the level feels or not when trying to go fast. Now, if I rank your favorite stage pretty low, I promise it's not personal, unless it's Whomps, of course. Don't worry, this is all in good fun. Now, if you're new here, I do a lot of speedrun stuff. Speedruns, ROM hacks, the occasional non-Mario stuff, some RuneScape nowadays here and there, Pokemon. So if you're into any of that, or all of that, consider subscribing and watching me on Twitch live almost every single day except for Thursday and Sunday. All right, with all that said, it's time to break some hearts. Starting with the obvious, Dark World. Guys, you hear me talking about Dark World all the time and how much I detest this star with a dying passion. Oh, do we not have like E and F tier? I guess just blue. It looks good. Okay, thing about Dark World. Dark World is one of the most fun stars to practice, and it's also one of the most influential stars to practice because Dark World is like your starter, one of your main starter levels that you grind as a beginner that really help you to get good at the game and just better at movement overall, right? It's actually a very good stage to practice. In speedruns, I get tired as hell of Dark World because you do it all the time, so naturally it's tiring, right? But we're gonna leave that out as like the critique of, oh, I do this level so much that I hate it now is not fair. So we're gonna leave that out, right? We're not gonna. That's not gonna be in the category of criticism, right? This is pure objective. Like, is this? Oh, well, I guess my subjective opinion of like, do I think this star is just really awesome? It's fun to do and practice. Dark World is a fun star to practice and grind, and is also very good. It helps you with getting better at the game. When it comes to speedruns, Dark World is pretty cringe, mostly because there is so much RNG in that one star. There are realistically 1, 2, 3 cases where just having slightly bad amp RNG completely ruins your cycle in Dark World and makes it a lot, and you just lose a lot of time very often because of bad amp RNG and cycles, right? And the amp cycles are not consistent. They are randomly generated every time you enter the level, and that's what makes it in speedruns especially. With that said, Dark World has one of the hardest strats in the game called Tsukushima Cycle, which when you do, it feels amazing and it looks great. So I think in terms of technicality and like the you can do in this level, it's a pretty cool damn star, unfortunately. So like, but because of RNG, it brings it down a bit. So in my opinion, probably about a B for me. So next up is Whomps. That's the first level, chat. The first level is Whomps. Okay, how do we feel about Whomps? F tier? Alright, sounds great. The thing about Whomps is a technically cool level. It has a lot of cools. Every star in Whomps is fast. It's very cool looking, heavily optimized stage, cool strats overall. So objectively, it's a cool stage. Like, it looks good. It's fun to do and do well, but like, it does have one strat that makes it extraordinarily at times, which is obviously canonless, and that definitely brings it down a few notches, man. I can't help it. With the amount of that's been introduced to Whomps Fortress when it comes to strats and optimizations and just cool, like, it's such a memorable stage. And when it comes to the history of speedrunning, it's a stage that will always be revered, you know. I think it's probably similar to Dark World. Maybe now I'll say A tier. I'm actually gonna say A tier. If it was just purely Cheese's opinion, okay, B, actually B. If it was purely Cheese's opinion, I will put this a D because I'm tired of this stage, right? But I'm trying to make this as neutral and least opinionated as possible. Not really. There's opinions in it, right? But let's move on. JRB. The thing is, everyone's gonna say F for JRB. But then there's the music, and JRB 100 is cool. I actually enjoy that star a lot. It has all sorts of shit. It has swimming, turning, movement, and it has normal movement. It has really sick movement at the end of the star. It's really cool. But every other star is boring, and yeah, it's overall kind of boring. And then we have frame walk, which is the worst trick in the entire game. That's a lie. Toxic Maze BLJ is the worst trick. Frame walk is the second worst trick in the game. So for me, JRB is, I'm thinking like D tier. JRB would be S tier for me, but 100 coin can be failed if you're not careful. Really? I'm thinking D tier, dude. Next up is Peach's Secret Slide. Chat, this is an S tier stage. How can you not like Peach's? You're sliding down and jumping and skipping the whole level. That's sick. It's a nice and simple and just straightforward, cool stage with cool times, and it's great. Next up is BOB. BOB is just a boring level. 100 coin is exciting because it's like, oh, am I gonna get good RNG this time? Am I gonna get double star storm spawn? Otherwise, I couldn't give less of 3 about BOB. The island star, the sky jumps are quite cool. It has really cool movement, and just because of that, it's getting a D tier. Like BOB is not getting F because the backflip bomb clip strat is cool, and the sky jumps are pretty cool to do. So to me, BOB is a D tier. It's otherwise boring. I forgot about Aquarium. You're right. F tier, easy. Anyway, moving on. I think I'm gonna go with CCM since it's like the next stage in lobby. I don't know. CCM now is way cooler than it used to be. CCM used to be much more boring, but CCM, every star in CCM is actually quite cool and very different from the last. Cool strats, pretty fast, interesting movement, and really cool skips. I enjoy doing CCM. It's pretty cool. It's been hard lately. It's been killing me. I'm gonna give CCM around an A. Yeah, I agree with that. It's a cool stage. Let's do SSL. All right, the infamous SSL. Listen, guys. Everybody says SSL is. It's the worst stage. Everybody assumes that everybody hates SSL. The thing about SSL is it's hard as and Pillarless sucks. And it doesn't even suck. Pillarless is a very insanely cool technical strat. But it's just hard. And we lose too much runs to it, which makes it annoying. But the rest of SSL is sick. SSL Reds is one of the coolest stars in the game. And when you do it well, you feel like a god. SSL 100 is the exact same thing. A really cool technical, and when you do it well, it feels amazing. It's a cool stage. Even the bird star is cool. It's a good stage. This is like, for me, SSL is an A tier. The only reason why it's not S tier, because Pillarless is annoying as hell. But I feel like a lot of viewers hate SSL, but why do you guys hate SSL? Too many spots to die after making a minor mistake? Yeah, that's true. B tier for SSL? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with B tier for SSL. Guys, HMC's next. I was seeing a lot of hate for HMC earlier today. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy HMC. It's one of my favorite levels. I don't even know why it's one of my favorite levels, but I enjoy HMC. I think HMC is like the biggest stage in the game. It's huge. 100 coin is insane. It's one of the most technical stars in the game. It's very rewarding. It has a cool BLJ, the only BLJ that I like in the game because it's consistent for the most part. And I don't know, all the stars apart from HMC, or HMC 100, I actually like them a lot because they're all very consistent, and once you perform them well, you would get a perfect HMC time every time. The occasional bad GTM slide RNG, but you lose barely any time with that. So I think HMC is A tier. Only level that has a sick horror game based on it. True. And then there's Peach's Haunted Castle, which is like the coolest rendition of HMC ever. Made by the one and only Sarge_117. LLL, chat. What do we think about LLL? I think LLL is a sick stage. I like LLL because it's fast, fun. Every star is interesting and cool. It's a cool stage. It also does feel like one of those stages where I make one mistake and I'm upset because I'm pretty much gonna lose time. Because the stage is relatively easier and so fast, it's very hard to save time in it, and it feels bad when you make a mistake. But the strats are pretty sick. especially with the bully strat. Honestly, LLL 100 is one of the more boring 100 coins. I'm not gonna lie. I think LLL 100 is actually boring, except for the volcano part. But all the other stars are pretty cool. I will say B tier. The next stage is Vanish Cap, our favorite stage in the game that is going right into F tier. This is the easiest F tier for me, chat, because Vanish Cap is it's a very wonky stage. It's hard. Invis walls. You die instantly when you make a mistake. Lose runs here all the time. The stupid button strat doesn't work a lot of the time. The amount of time it takes to get to the stage, and it's so out of the way. I hate it. We hate Vanish Cap. What's next? BBH. BBH is boring. 100 coin is cool. Like, honestly, BBH 100 is actually a really cool star. It's a cool 100 coin star. Every other star is boring. But I don't think it's the worst stage in the game. It's just a stage that I don't mind doing, but it's so hard to not lose time on. You lose so much time easily for just tiny things. But apart from like time loss and time saved, the actual stage and doing it, I don't mind doing it. Except for Ghost Hunt. Ghost Hunt is the only star I hate. I don't like Ghost Hunt. It's one of my least favorite stars. Very long, very stupid with the door clip. Sometimes the RNG is bad and the ghost doesn't want to listen to you. The rest of the stars are fine, and actually I don't mind doing them. So for me, it's like a C tier, to be honest. I think it's a C. What's next? DDD. DDD is worse than JRB. The thing about it is DDD is more boring than JRB, but because JRB has frame walk, it feels weird to put DDD lower than JRB because frame walk is so bad. It's just boring. DDD is absolute boredom, except for 100. DDD 100 is a cool star. That's the problem. The second half of DDD 100 is one of the most technical like areas in the game, and it's insane to like do. But same with JRB though. The second half of JRB 100 is also really cool. I think they're both D, honestly. I think they're similar. They're both D for me. A big fat juicy D. All right, did we miss Wing Cap? Oh, I'm a terrible person. I forgot Wing Cap and Metal Cap. We have to do both of those. Let's do Wing Cap first. Let's do Wing Cap. Wing Cap is cool. Wing Cap is a 6 star. It's pretty sick. Really hard flying, grab the coins in a cool circle. Optimal turns, a cool ending. I think it's a cool star, man. I don't think it's the most interesting star in the world, so I'm gonna say like probably A tier. Yeah, I would say B. It's not the most interesting star. Metal Cap. Metal Cap is an S tier star. It's one of the best stars in the game, easily. I love Metal Cap. It's one of the coolest stars ever. The movement is awesome. That's a 6 star, dude. All right, chat. Fire Sea. Fire Sea. Fire Sea is okay. So a little bit of history of Fire Sea. Fire Sea used to be the hardest star in the game. It used to be considered easily the hardest star alongside DDD 100 and HMC 100 or something. Fire Sea was extraordinarily difficult to make the cycle because we used to do a different strat that was way tighter than what we do now and harder. And we weren't as good at the game. So Fire Sea was like the run ender for many years. Now it's a lot easier. The movement is better. And I think it's a pretty cool star. It's pretty sick. Very regularly practiced star as well. So like, no, I didn't mean to put it in F tier. That was not, I didn't mean that. I think it's cool, and I'm just trying to think, what star do I prefer to practice? What do I think is more fun to play? Dark World or Fire Sea? When I'm practicing Dark World, it feels more fun to like do Tsukushima cycle and pull it off well than it is to do Fire Sea, I feel like. So like, I guess Fire Sea is I would say they're even, man. I'll say they're both kind of B tier because Fire Sea is pretty cool. We have Wet Dry World. Chat coins. Wet Dry World. Okay. All right. Listen. Wet Dry World used to be my favorite stage for like years. I used to talk about Wet Dry World being my favorite stage. I was always good at it. Wet Dry World 100 was my favorite star for a long time. The past few years, I've had a very tough time with Wet Dry World. We've been enemies. We broke up and we've been fighting for a long time. Recently, it's gotten better. And I can't lie when I say that practicing Wet Dry World 100 is for some reason addicting. It's like an objectively very cool star. Wedge Rebel 100 is a sick star. RNG, and it's sometimes annoying, but it's a cool star. Wedge Rebel Secrets is one of my favorite stars in the game. Wedge Rebel Secrets is one of the coolest stars ever. It's so good. And the rest of the stars are pretty cool. It's a good stage, even though we've been fighting. Like, this is like an A tier stage for me. Next stage is THI. THI is mostly boring. Secrets is fun, and 100 coin is cool. That's it. THI, I couldn't give a fuck about it otherwise. But I don't think it's F tier, like, because THI 100 is pretty cool. For me, it's a D tier. Would you say C? Maybe a C, because like, I enjoy the secret star and the 100 coin star. Do we say C? All right, C tier. C is fine. I'm fine with that. What do you think about TTM, chat? For some reason, TTM is one of the most addicting stages for me to practice. I super enjoy practicing the mountains. I can practice the mountain stars over and over again. I just like it. I like TTM. I love TTM. I think TTM 100 is awesome. The movement in TTM 100 is so cool, especially the first half of it. All the mountain stars, while hard, are awesome. I mean, the strats are sick. The way we get up there, and the clip, and the log wall kick, and the stars are awesome, dude. And then breezeless, I don't even do breezeless really, because it's barely faster and also kind of weird. So like, I'm not even considering that so much. And the box star, like, it's a good stage. TTM is A tier for me, chat. The next stage is SL. Chat, where do you think I'm gonna put Snowman's Land? Nigu, you can't just say every letter. How do you guys know I'm gonna put it in S? Yeah, no, SL is an S tier stage for me. I love SL. I don't know why I like Snowman's Land so much, but I do. I don't know why I enjoy that stage so much. Even though 100 coin is a meme and RNG, right? But I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's a really cool star. It's just fun to do. Every star is unique, and it's cool. It's nice. The Igloo star is one of the coolest stars in the game. It's a good stage. Guys, we've reached the end of the game, really. The scary part. Starting with Cloud Stage. What do you think about Cloud Stage? Never mind, F tier. Anyway, TTC now. I think Cloud is... Okay, let's think about it. Cloud Stage now has really cool strats. Like, it has some insane tech now that makes it interesting, actually. Forever, Cloud Stage has been the most boring star in the game and nobody cares about it. But now there's actual like crazy strats in it that are actually kind of interesting. So I'll actually put it, I'm going to put it on it as a D just because now it's actually kind of cool and fun to practice because of the new strats. Otherwise, I hate that star. It ruins a lot of my runs now. Gross. But it's not the worst star in the game, I don't think. TTC. Very interesting stage. TTC is awesome. I mean, yeah, it's hard, but TTC is one of the most insane I mean, it's an insane stage, the most technical stage in the game, probably. Every star is insane and fast and cool. I know, I think TTC is an S tier stage. I think that's S tier. TTC is peak speedrunning. It's like, it's just peak. Rainbow Ride. Rainbow Ride's a tough one. Rainbow Ride, of course we have Carpulus now, right? And like, Carpulus is a lot of viewers, I think a lot of viewers, and I see it because a lot of viewers comment on it or ask me like, what do I think about Carpulus? Like, is it a problem in speedruns? I think a lot of viewers assume that speedrunners hate Carpulus because it's like hard and it ruins runs, but Carpulus is objectively possibly the most insanely technical and rewarding star in the entire game. No, it is easily the most rewarding star in the game. It's crazy. Carpulus is a 100% consistent strat. What do I mean by that? I don't mean consistent as in people get it all the time 100% of the time. No. That's not what consistent means. When a strat is consistent, it means if we perform the setup and the strat of Carpulus correctly, it will work 100% of the time without fail. To save a minute. Mario has never had a time save even a 10th that fast. Apart from LBLJ, that's the only one. And LBLJ is not 100% consistent. There's weird RNG to it with the door and stuff, right? So Mario has never had anywhere nearly as close of a time save before in the game. And it's a 100% consistent setup strat. It's the coolest strat in the game. Like, come on. Just because of that. There's no RNG in Carpetless. At least I don't think there is. You do the setup correct and it works. You can consistently do a glitchy wall kick to go out the thing, which is crazy that it exists and it saves 1 minute. That alone is crazy. A strat being hard does not mean it's bad. I think that's a big mix-up in the community, where people assume a strat is hard, we lose runs to it sometimes, it means that it's a bad strat. No, quite the opposite. The strat works 100% of the time. A bad strat is Toxic Maze BLJ, like the new one we do, where half the time you clip through the door and you lose your speed and you don't know why it happens. That is a bad strat. Frame walk, when you sometimes just fall down from the pillar and you just don't understand why he keeps falling down. Like that. That's what makes a strat. But anyway, apart from that, Rainbow Ride stars are pretty sick. The 100 coin star is extremely technical and has all sorts of cool movement. Rainbow Ride Reds is one of the coolest looking stars. As much as I get annoyed by it, I don't like that star. The 1 coin in that star pisses me off sometimes, but it's a cool star. Assless is really cool. The whole Lakitu bounce thing. I personally don't care for Rainbow Ride nearly as much as I do for TTC, but I think it's not fair to... I think it's unfair to put Rainbow Ride anywhere lower than at least an A, because of just how insane it is. I think it's an A for me, because I still think TTC is a little bit cooler than Rainbow Ride. That's my opinion. And that leaves us with Bows in the Sky, chat. Which, Bows in the Sky, as you guys might know, is my favorite star in the game, period. It is perfection. Therefore, actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to add a row above. I'm going to name this row S+, and we're going to put bits in S+. That's how good bits is. It is the only S+ star in the game, period. There we go. It has been completed. That concludes our Mario 64 levels and stars tier list. Levels. Some levels have 1 star, but that's what I think. I can't wait to get railed in the comments by people saying... It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm a tiger.
And it's all thanks to you.